okay. We're
Can
here.
somebody tell me who or what brought you here today? Why you're coming to therapy?
She's got a problem with the ways that that doesn't work. I don't know. We don't communicate correctly, I'm guessing.
You're guessing.
No, we don't at all. He just wants to play on his Xbox.
And is there no time for you guys to have quality time together, or what?
No.
I'm working all day. She comes home. I don't feel like sitting around watching the E Network and not what I'm into.
Well, so do you guys have same work schedules, or is it a different work schedule for you?
It's different. I work overnights, so I get home at like 7:30 in the morning.
It must be really hard then for when he's at work all day and then you leave when he's coming.
It is.
Yeah. How about for you? Does it bother you that she's coming and going as you come home and she's leaving?
Pretty much opposite schedules.
Right.
She comes home, I leave. I come home, she leaves. So.
Is there any sort of connection that you guys have? I mean, I can tell that there's like 3 feet in between the two of you right now.
I mean, we got married.
Well, so there had to have been something that happened for the two of you to make you want to be married. How about like the things that happened before when you first met?
He actually would take me out on dates and not want to just
There's
come.
no time anymore.
I understand there's no time anymore, but you should make time instead of, because you make time for the Xbox. Maybe, how about you cook me dinner?
Because I'm not home for dinner.
Yes, you are. If you work all day, you'll be home at like 6. I'll be home at like 7 sometimes, depending on my work schedule, because sometimes I'm 7p to 7a. So you could have dinner ready before I go to work.
You think that's an option for you? Maybe.
We could try it.
Okay. Well, what else what are the good qualities about each other? Like, let's start with you for the qualities that you fell in love with your wife when you first met.
We used to go out and do fun things together and drive go-karts and do all kinds of fun stuff like that, but she...
Go-karts? That's it?
Well, there are other things besides just going out and doing stuff, like, what other things for you?
I don't know, we used to hang out and go on dates, like she said, but there isn't much time anymore. We're on opposite schedules. It's not easy. When I come home from work, I want to be able to relax and not stress about things. And every time I can walk in the door, there's always something.
So you're always stressed about what she's coming home with, whatever happened with her at work or things like that. And then how about, there are any qualities for you that prompted you to want to marry him in the first place?
Well, he was very compassionate, very loving, always was there for me, would listen to my problems when I had them at work, and I enjoyed going to dinner with him. But now he doesn't want to take me to dinner. It's like he's embarrassed to be seen with me in public.
Rob, it seems like you're a little frustrated by the things that she's saying.
It's just she's using him as leverage. Because, sorry, I'm working with my hands all day. I'm tired when I come home. Last thing I want to do is put food on the table. I'd rather call for pizza or Chinese.
Well, I mean, after a long day at work, I could see not wanting to, make dinner and stuff like that. Is there any room for maybe even like one day a week, when she has her hour in between of when you guys are home to maybe do something together?
Could try it.
Yeah. How about, what do you think?
I think if he tries, but we'll see if he actually tries. Trying and doing are two different things.
Well, how can we make it so you guys are a little less stressed when you get home from work?
Maybe we should leave it all at the door when we walk in and make home like our home, and no work related talks, nothing. We could try that.
That works.
Seem very willing to just do whatever she says. What's going
I'm
through?
open for opinions. Usually when she walks in the door, it's this happened at work and that happened at work and this person said this and blah, 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 blah.
So do you not want to hear anything that she said that happens at work, or?
It's just the same thing every single day. You don't like this person at work and this person said this. I get it.
So
Find
then what
another job.
happens when you come home from work? Do you ever tell her, like,
Nothing.
you don't ever say you had, does she ask you if you had a good day or anything? at
Yeah,
work?
and I always have a good day. I don't always have a good day, but I'm not going to bother her with problems that I had during the day. And I can deal with them myself.
Do you think maybe her problem was like are inconveniencing you, or they're just stressing you out more, or?
It's just stressing me. I keep my things on the inside. I don't need help dealing with them. I can deal with my own problems.
Yeah, but we're a couple. We're supposed to be able to share our feelings with one another.
So I see that there's a little bit of difference between the two of you, in that you want to be able to share these things with him, and he would rather just hold them all in. Is there a fear of why do you decide to hold them in?
Because I don't need someone's help with that. I can come home and my video games help me distress. If I have a bad day, I'll put in Grand Theft Auto and I'll go kill some people.
Well, so that's your way of distressing, and then
Mine's communicating with him, opening up and talking to him about my day and what I've experienced, and 9 times out of 10 it's me sitting on the couch talking to myself because he's playing his video games.
I answer, I nod my head,
You nod your head. You don't verbally respond to me.
so do we think that there could be somewhere in between? Maybe would you like if she played the video games with you, or and then
I ask her, she never wants to.
Because you never let go of the controller.
I ask you all the time to play.
Well, so you want to communicate with him, and you want to tell him what happened with your day,
Yeah.
and your way of distressing is to play these video games and things like that. But that means that there's not much time spent together. It might be physically together, but there's no
Emotionally, there's
connection
nothing
of
there.
any kind. So I'm wondering if we could kind of combine what distresses both of you in some sort of healthy fashion, so that you can still play video games and you can still talk.
Yes. Like over dinner, when he makes me dinner. Right, honey?
Sure.
What about for you? What would make it easier for you?
We come home and it doesn't have to be an hour, 4-hour long session. Just sit down and play 20 minutes of video games with me. It's something I enjoy doing.
I could do that.
So maybe if we have dinner one night a week, and then after dinner we, spend 20 minutes together playing a video game or something like that, then you both are getting your way of distressing, but you'll be able to do it together, because that way you can enjoy each other's company at the same time.
Yeah,
That's an option.
that's an option.
Yeah. So what other things besides not being able to spend time together are issues for the two of you?
The nagging.
Tell me more.
Come home and there might be a plate next to me because I had a snack or a beer, and you left this right here.
Well, it's not that hard to, once you're done with your plate, go put it in the kitchen. I think Xbox has a pause.
Sometimes I'm playing online. I can't pause. When I'm done with the game, then I'll go do it.
Well, then you shouldn't be eating while you're playing a game online that you can't pause, because then it's just going to sit there and it's going to irritate me.
So, just the nagging of you not wanting to be able to, or you wanting to be able to do whatever you want, and then
Well, no, I don't want to do it the second she wants to do it. If it's sitting here, I'll eventually go put it away. Is it harming anyone sitting here? Is this a beer can sitting right there? Is it hurting you?
No, but I don't want it to spill and ruin the furniture.
Okay, so I'll put it on the table.
Right, but then I don't want you leaving, those marks that you get from letting them sit there for so long
I'll use a coaster.
that you never use.
I don't use them.
So what about for you? So he's explaining that he's bothered by, as he phrases it, as nagging him. Why are you concerned about his dishes being left on next to him while he's playing his game and his,
I just feel like he doesn't appreciate when I come home from work and I'm cleaning and doing our laundry, and he doesn't help.
So it seems to be more than just he's leaving it there. It seems to be like you're feeling unappreciated.
Exactly, that's what it is. And
Yeah.
then I feel like, oh God, you're so annoying, blah, blah, blah. Well, then help.
So hearing what your wife has to say, what are your thoughts about?
I guess I could help out a little bit.
Help how? Are you going to help me with the laundry? Are you going to start being a man and doing your own laundry, or is your wife going to have to do it till you're 80?
We could do different things together. Do you need to go out and cut the lawn?
I have no problem doing that.
All right, then I could do some laundry.
Okay.
We'll switch chores next week.
Perfect.
Okay.
At least it's supposed to snow next week.
Yeah, shovel some snow.
Well, so I'm glad that you guys are trying to come up with other solutions and other options for how you're making it however you're feeling better.
It probably won't work knowing him though,
What makes you say that, though?
because he's all talk and no action.
Has this happened before where he's been, as you say, all talk and no action?
Yes.
Can you give me an example?
When he said, oh yeah, this night we'll go out to dinner. So I make sure that I get home on time and everything, and I'm getting ready, and then he's too busy playing on his Xbox, and I'm trying to get him to pay attention, and then we miss our reservation. So, and then I didn't want to go.
And do you remember this night what she's talking about?
Yeah.
So what happened for you that...
I had a bad day, and I was trying to de-stress before we go out, and we missed our reservation, but I said we can try and make another reservation. No, it's fine. I'll make something else. I offered.
So do you understand why she was upset before? That she...
Yeah, but it was just dinner.
But that's quality time that we have, because we don't get to see each other that often for that long because of our schedules. Capitalize.
It's the hand motions getting in my face.
Well, so it seems like it's more than just like you want to go to dinner. It's like the underlying is you want to spend time with your husband and you want to enjoy each other's company and things like that.
Exactly. And I don't feel like he wants to do that anymore.
Does it make you feel like you're not wanted anymore?
Yeah.